Mandalam 10, Ashtakam 8, Chapter 8. Chapter 3, Suktam 72. Rishi Brihaspati Laukya Angirasa Devada Deva Chandas Anushto Devanam Nuvayam Jana 72.1. We proclaim the birth of shining beings with wonderful words in this praiseful hymn. This was seen or happened or occurred in a previous mundane period, Yuga or Kalpa of the universe. Sage Brihaspati is continuing the discussion on the creation of the universe in this Suktam. He describes the birth of the material universe and shining beings here. Brahmanaspadireda Sam 10.72.2. Lord of self-knowledge manufactures these beings by blowing life into them like a blacksmith. From non-existence, before the time of shining beings, they came to be born with present forms. The comment on this. The Supreme Self causes the appearance of this material universe. Before its appearance, no matter, no material object existed in that permanent state of oneness. Then, in that state, these shining beings came into being. Or, the sage seems to say, you imagine that the shining beings, personified forms of different aspects of nature, came into being first in this state of oneness. He continues his argument. Devanam Yuge Prathame 10.72.3. From non-existence, before the time of shining beings, they came to be born with present forms. Following that, desire or quarters came into existence. Out of it came the whole creation of the upward germinating plants. Implied meaning, then they desired to produce the material universe with living organisms, namely food-producing plants on the earth. Bhurjajana Bhurjanya Uttanapado 10.72.4. From the upward germinating plant, earth was born, and from earth the four quarters came into being. Intelligence is born from Aditi, and Aditi from intelligence successively. For providing a dwelling for living beings, the earth with its four cardinal directions was generated. Intelligent sages conceived of Aditi as Mother Nature. They in turn produced human beings with intelligence. 72.5. Aditir Hyajanishta Daksha. O intelligent man, if your daughter Aditi is giving birth to shining beings, then the blessed friends of immortality, namely the shining beings, are born after you. Logically, it follows that since Aditi As Mother Prakriti is the brainchild of intelligent men, shining beings, being sons of Aditi, are born from intelligent men, not after them. This contradicts the statement of 10.72.2 that shining beings came into being first in the birthless state of oneness. The conclusion that can be drawn from this is nothing is really ever born. Birthlessness is truth. Yaddeva ada salile. 10.72.6 O shining beings, when you stay in this water, closely united with each other as though dancing here, your grain or dust escapes. Implied meaning, when shining beings play around in this universal stage, their dust is thrown out, which become the different objects in the universe. This is the idea suggested by sage Brihaspati. 10.72.7 Yad Devo Yatayo Yatha. O shining beings, like their devotees, when you cast to swell the material worlds, the universe, you fetch the hidden sun in the sky here, which implies shining beings bestow visible energy on the sun and other stars in the space. The sage is talking about the order in which the universe came into existence. Ashtau putraso aditer ye. 10.72.8 8 sons are born of the body of Aditi. Along with 7, she attained the shining beings. The 8th is Martanda, continues to remain far away in the space. As per sage Brihaspati, 7 sons of Aditi are imaginary shining beings without any visible physical form. Only Martanda, the 8th, is blessed with physical splendor. That word means one who has sprung up from seemingly lifeless egg. Perhaps this may imply Hiranyagarbha. Here the word stands for the sun. Saptabhi putrairadidiruva. Last stroke of the Sukta, 72.9. Aditi with 7 sons approached towards the oldest mundane period or yuga of the universe. Then she produced the so-called Martanda for the death of living objects or living subjects. Assume that Aditi and her 7 sons maintain this changing universe made of matter, says sage Brihaspati. The sun keeps the time for the ever-changing universe. This is how sage Brihaspati explains the process of creation of the universe. Thus ends the 2 beautiful suktas from sage on Brahmajnana and the appearance of the shining beings, or Atma and the birth of shining beings. We go to the next suktam, Suktam 73. This is from sage Gauravi iti Shaktya Devata Maruda Indra Chandas Trushtu Janishta Ugras Sahaseturaya. When the very rich mother Prakriti holds hero Indra for strength and for conquering enemies, she gave birth to fierce Indra, who is charming, is most valorous and much menacing. Maruts only make Indra grow. Indra takes his birth from Mother Prakriti, Mahamaya, as the giver of Jivatma to living creatures. He is also supposed to be bestower of imaginary existence on all material forms present in the universe. Maruts help him as pranas in living bodies and as wind in the atmosphere. 73.2 Gruho nishatta prishani chidevaiye. Followers of the fighting Indra too are set with the speedily moving Maruts. They made Indra grow with many praises. From darkness of the evening, those offsprings of the sky, which was as though covered by the great space, were made to come out. Implied meaning, shining beings like Mitra and Varuna are his followers, are Indra's followers. These offsprings of the sky came into being from the great space, which may be the abode of the self, the permanent birthless state covered by darkness of ignorance. Sons of Mother Nature and the basic elements manifested after Indra. Rishvade pada pra yajjigasya 10.73.3 O Indra, your feet or rays of spiritual light are great. When you are born, vigorous men make you grow as well as others. You uphold 1,000 wolves in your face. Then Ashwins turn towards you. Comment on this. Imaginary Indra, universal manifested self, took birth in the minds of wise sages. Vigorous man. Wise sages mean vigorous men. He is supposed to have thousands of faces. Indra. Ashwins provide Indra, the Paramatma Jivatma pair for the living bodies. Samana Turnirupayasi Yajnama 10.73.4 O brave Indra, all at once, the zealous you approach the sacrifice. Then you make Ashwins grow for friendship. You uphold thousands of treasures for us. May Ashwins give us abundant wealth. All material objects in the universe belong to Indra, as they are manifested by him. Indra causes Paramatma Jivatma, twin, to flourish. This idea is implied in the Ruk. 73.5 Mandamana Rutadadhi Prajayai Sakhibhi. Indra, delighting with the quick moving friends, namely Maruts, brings material wealth from Ruta for his subject. For destroying illusion, he approaches the servant-like cloud which is oppressing, is spreading darkness all around and preventing rainwater to flow down to earth. Indra destroys the illusory water-carrying cloud, bringing down rainwater to earth and revealing sunlight. This is the physical explanation. Spiritually speaking, Indra reveals self-knowledge or Atma-jnana, driving away darkness of ignorance clouding the self. Sanamana Chid Dvasayo Nyasma 73.6 Indra overthrows even similar forms, like the vehicle of Usha. He drives away the cloud. He goes with his friends Maruts, who are noble, are desirable, and destroys the beautiful dwellings of the enemy clouds. He, Indra, overthrows the cloud-like ignorance such as the manifested sun, who is the vehicle of Usha. Dawning of self-knowledge is the real Usha. In destroying these enemies, Indra is assisted by Maruts, winds or pranas. These points are mentioned here. Tvam jagantha namuchim makhasyum dasam. 73.7. O Indra, you destroy a friend who is making delusion for a sprightly sage and is preventing rain. For a thoughtful man, you make the paths pleasant to walk upon as though straight towards the shining beings. Comment on the Rig. Indra or Jivatma directs a thoughtful, meditative sage to move smoothly and directly to the abode of shining beings, which implies birthless Brahman. Tvamedani paprishe vi nameshana. 73.8. O Indra manifested self, you please sprinkle all these water streams. You are the master of the universe. You hold Vajra in your hands. Shining beings praise you with all their strength. You make the ignorance cloud rise up above the ground. In the same way as 10.73.5, this Ruk can also be interpreted both physically as well as philosophically. Chakram yadasyapasva swa Chakram yadasyapasva. 10.73.9. The wheel of his which is set down in the sky, that one appears for him only. Also, whatever water is released from the udder cloud and bound to the earth, that water is held in the cows or animals and plants. Here the wheel is a symbol of the sun, who represents the rolling time wheel. The sun manifests because of Indra or for him. 73.10. Ashwadhyayeti. Yet vadantyo jasu. Some people say that Indra comes from the supreme power, but I think that he is born from bigger spiritual energy or from the mind, since he is seated in the regions of darkness. From where he appears, Indra alone knows. Many thoughtful men say that Indra is born from the mighty one Atma, but the seer comes to the conclusion that Indra is a creation of the human mind. Indra Jivatma is hidden in the cave of the heart or in the mind of human beings. His origin is really unknown, or he manifests by magic Indrajala via Suparna Upasedurindram. 10.73.11. Sages who are quick movers as though having good wings and are praised by their dear disciples, seeking help, place themselves down near Indra. O Indra, please uncover darkness and fill us up with knowledge. Loosen towards us the inner eye or mind's eye. We are as though bound by the ocean of mundane existence. May Indra reveal self-knowledge and make the sacrificers immortal. This is the gist of the Ruk. Here we conclude today's session. Viramastavat.